G'day everyone, I'm David and this is my Tabletop Standard, and today we're going to be looking at Foamcore and cardboard. Which one makes the best box inserts? First of all, I have used both and I do find Foamcore easier to cut and construct with, but cardboard I have much more ready access to. So first of all, let's have a look. I'm going to go through the Foamcore first. It does cut quite easily and nicely. I have rubber backed my ruler just so it doesn't slide so much. And we're just going to have a quick look at it. It cuts pretty easy. It glues pretty well. This is just normal PVA glue in which I can sit it on. And that will dry relatively quick. This stuff is quite hard to cut. But it still cuts alright. But the gluing surface, as you can see, is much smaller. This is a 2mm cardboard, whereas my Foamcore is 5mm. So the gluing surface is quite a fair bit bigger on the Foamcore as it is on the cardboard. Now, I do use a quick set PVA glue. I probably wouldn't use normal PVA. Normal PVA does take quite a long time to glue. Also, I have seen on some people's videos that they will glue it with hot glue, but hot glue adds thickness to it, so it means that your measurements on your cuts may end up going out a bit. So if you're trying to get a precise fit, the hot glue may make extra thickness to it and throw the proportions of your box out. Now these will dry pretty quick. I often find that if I'm putting something together, often the drying time for the glue to become tacky enough is never really an issue. Just make a quick little obscure box. And this will dry pretty quick. I'll show you an example with two different box inserts I've made using cardboard and with Foamcore. Show you the different construction of the two, pros and cons of each. First off, got my new Marvel United X-Men box. Didn't have enough Foamcore to do a full box insert with this, so I decided to use my cardboard instead. My cardboard comes in like an A4 sheet. It is 2mm thick, and on the smaller boxes I didn't feel the need to reinforce the corners. I felt the 2mm of glue was enough. It is pretty rigid and strong, and because it's a PVA glue, cardboard is a perfect material to glue with it. The glue sort of makes a really nice bond between the two. So I made two small boxes and a larger box. The larger box just has all the event specific stuff in it, so I left them in their little plastic pockets. This one that holds all the villain cards is a heavier, does have needing a bit more support because the cards themselves are heavier. So I added an extra piece of cardboard on, so it becomes a 4mm adhesion on the corners. in the bottom of the box, just using the cardboard once again, supporting it with some strips on either side, just because 2mm isn't very thick, but it will be thick enough with the supports on the side. It is a little bit harder to cut through than the Foamcore, and it does take a little bit longer to construct, but an added bonus of it is it is also thinner, so it does give you a bit more space in the box. So I'll put this one away. I'll grab the next one out. So the next one is my Foamcore. So my original Marvel United stuff I used Foamcore for. So just the things on top. Foamcore is quite a bit thicker. This is 5mm. So you can see, especially if you're doing dividers, it does add up quite a bit. Because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, each of them 5mm each. You're looking at 4.5 centimeters of just the foam taken up. Whereas if it was the 2mm, 2 times 9, look at 18. Oh, hang on, 18, 2 9, just under 2 centimeters. So it's quite a big difference. But the advantage of Foamcore is the bonds generally are quite a bit stronger because you do have more surface area. I'll pull this out, and you can do quite a bit with it. And it's quite rigid. Like, this won't break in a hurry, whereas the cardboard one, if I'm mistreated a bit, quite possibly would. It's a very quick breakdown. As you can see, this is what I glued together just quickly at the start. You can see the quickset PVA is starting to dry. It gets a bit tacky. It wouldn't take too long for that to dry out. And this is on the Foamcore. It does, as far as drying times go, it's definitely something which could be worked with quite easily. I generally don't have to stop my building waiting for glue to dry. By the time I've cut up the next piece that I want, the glue's dried enough that I can still work with it. And if it's not quite dry enough, you can always use a little bit of painter's tape just to put it on the corners whilst you're waiting for it to finish curing. Well, I hope that's been informative. Hope it helps you make up your mind whether you would like to use Foamcore or cardboard or any other material. If you do make box inserts and you don't use Foamcore or cardboard, please let me know what you use. Or if you do use Foamcore or cardboard, let me know what your experience is with them. I'd be interested to hear your approach and how you tackle it. I do know some people put pins in to hold it whilst it glues. I haven't found that necessary, but yeah, just let me know. Also, one other thing, with your scalpel blade, do remember it is very important to have a sharp blade. If you do not have a sharp blade and you're cutting Foamcore, you will see it pucker and it will sort of tear, which is not ideal. You do want to get a very nice clean cut. I think that's about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment about that, whether you liked the Foamcore or cardboard better, and let me know what you use. And I'll catch you later. Bye.